3 years ago, a fleet of warships surround a small island. They don't bother firing conventional weapons. The crew knows they would have no effect on the monsters on the island. Instead, it's a fight for the hunters to handle. Hunters from the Joe Island raiding squad assemble to take down the Redan emerging from the forest. Men and women bearing swords, shields, daggers, and magic bravely face off against gigantic ants. But the low-rank hunters are overwhelmed by the attacking monsters. All hope seems lost until a hooded man leaps into the fray. He heals one of the badly hurt hunters as his two allies take care of the remaining beasts. The three heroes are S-rank hunters Byung Wai Yunho and Baek Yin Ho, who step in to save them. During the fight, giant white ant challenges Yunho, who easily defeats it. Soon after, more white ants join the fray against Yunho and Yunho. Nearby, Cho Jong-un watches the forest battle from a city, launching a fiery assault on a group of advancing ants, then signals his team hunters scared to advance. 10 years earlier, gates sizzling to an alternate dimension suddenly opened around the world. Magic beasts poured through. At the same time, new magical abilities capable of taking on the monsters awakened in some humans. Those people became known as hunters. They are ranked according to the power they contain, from rank the lowest to DCBA, and is ranked the highest. Their powers remain at the level they awakened, never growing any stronger. In a construction site, the infamously known weakest hunter Sun Jinwoo arrives to join the other hunters in the raid that soon begins. Despite being the weakest, Jinwoo is not disliked, but seeing him called in for a job means that the raid will be an easy-going one. The other hunters greet him amiably. Sun greets Lai Ju, a healer he has worked with before. She is dismayed to see his injuries from previous job and reminds him to be careful. He sits down and chats for a brief moment with her, regardless of the risks of continuing to work as hunter due to his lack of hunter abilities. He is not bothered being called the weakest and tells her he is used to it. Song, the team leader, soon gathers the rest of the team together as he introduces himself before entering the gate of the dungeon. As the raid gets underway, Sun checks that he has his weapon. It's a low-power knife, but it's all he could afford. Gaining confidence, Sun Jinwoo is the last to enter the portal. Elsewhere, the Korean Hunters Association chairman Go discusses the finer points of dungeon raids with his assistant Woo Jinil. Go tells him that the resources found inside essence stones collected by defeating magical beasts are in high demand by the current administration, as such hunters can make living by selling them. Essence stones can be used to make weapons, and the government is researching ways to use them as sources of clean safe energy. Back in the dungeon, Jinwoo is overjoyed when he finds his very first essence stone, but his happiness is short-lived as magical beast attacks him. He is seen struggling against a goblin wielding a machete. He attempts to stab the goblin, only to his shock it shatters before getting stabbed back in the stomach. Succumbing from his injury on the floor, Park Ju, a team member, takes out the goblin along with Ju, healing him from his stab. The raid team defeats the dungeon boss, a werewolf, and celebrates as they loot while Jinwoo watches from a distance, recovering from his wounds. Juhi, concerned, deals out her worries to him as she heals him. Then Gondo discovers a cave entrance to a rare double dungeon and shares the news. The team decides to vote on whether to explore it for more loot. Jinwoo holds the deciding vote on whether to enter the cave, while Juhi votes against it. Jinwoo is the sole learner for his family. His dad is missing, his mother is in the hospital, and he is helping pay for his sister's college education. He needs the money, so he votes to go into the depths of the dungeon. Now in the building of Hunter's Guild, Yugene is seen entering a room upon standing in front of machine. Meanwhile, in a city, two purse snatcher on a motorcycle attempt to flee after stealing a woman's bag. A striking young woman leaps into the air and effortlessly retrieves the purse and takes out the thief in one graceful move. Bystanders recognize her as the S-rank hunter Chahan, who then gives the bag back to its owner. Her actions draw the attention of nearby citizens, prompting them to gather around her. Uncomfortable with the attention, Chofi is using her agility, leaping onto nearby buildings. Back to Jinwoo and his team as they trek through the cave for 40 minutes. Jinwoo apologizes to Ji for his decisive vote to enter the cave, which led to their current predicament. Johi, visibly frustrated, admonishes Jinwoo for repeatedly endangering himself, recalling the difficulty of healing his wounds last time. Overcome with guilt, Jinwoo feels remorse for burdening Johai with his injuries. Sensing Jaewon with sadness, Dohi reassures him, suggesting that he should treat her some time to thank her for her unwavering support. Eventually, they reach the end of the tunnel and encounter a massive door. They decide to open it and venture into the unknown room beyond. Meanwhile, Chairman Dohi addresses the newly awakened individuals, warning them about the dangers of becoming hunters. Then, he emphasizes that even experienced hunters must remain vigilant. He advises them to always stay cautious and never grow arrogant or careless. He offers a simple but important piece of advice which would serve them above less. Please be afraid, as it is crucial for survival. As Jinwoo and his team entered the giant room, inside began to light up with blue flames. Expecting to face magic beasts and rare loot, the team is confused as to what the place appears to be, with all of the ancient statues and instructions. Jui notifies Jinwoo that she just caught the biggest statue in this room staring at them, with him assuring that she must be seeing things. Out of the blue, the door loudly shuts itself, making one of the team members to leave in a hurry as he tries to push the door. But to their horror, one of the statues guarding the entrance brutally slaughters him with its weapon before getting back to its position. Horrified to witness the statue coming to life, the team members are left speechless, leading Jinwoo to turn around and stare at the biggest of all statues that Jui warned him about. As thinks about all the other close calls he has had in dungeons, from sustaining horrible wounds to nearly starving to death. After surviving for this long, Jinwoo knew right away what would happen next. Suddenly, the gaze of the giant statue shifted towards him. Reacting just in time, Jinwoo screamed for his comrades to duck as the statue's eye began to unleash an attack. A destructive light beam launches at the hunters, incinerating a few of them to ashes. Opening their eyes, the hunters' horror only further increased. Jinwoo saves Jae's life, but quickly realizes that they are in grave danger.